Hello? Sound? Sound? Do we have it? I am highly upset because first of all, that was an 18-minute long ass video that I was sitting here just talking mute as hell. And I heard I heard it when I replayed it and I checked it to see, okay, this is cool. But for some reason, it's just gone. And then it took me like 5 hours to upload this goddamn video. So I am very upset, and this video will not be as long probably as the other video because it's just annoying as hell. Technology is annoying. Okay, so let's get back into it. And if this one, I swear to God, if this one don't, you better upload. You better work. I'm here for everybody. I can't be here for everybody if they can't hear me. So Us is a movie based on Key Peele. He did Get Out. So you already kind of know what you're getting when you're going into it, because he does like the comedy, adventurous, dramatic type of comedy and stuff like that. Now, I'm gonna say this because it's a different way that you look at it, coming from different ethnicities. Like, I'm here for all of us, but just saying, as a black person that's always killed first in the movies and who looks at things at base value, we got questions. But I want everybody else who wants to be for the culture, who's not of the culture, you go see this movie and support it, you know, for our culture, and keep it moving. But I'm gonna give you, it's not like a review, it's more just like my thoughts and an overview of the movie itself. So the premise of the movie, Lupita character, when she was younger, back in 1986, that was before my days, but back in 1986, her and her family went on vacation, and she went to this like amusement park or something like that, and she wandered into like a house of mirrors. And in this house of mirrors, she actually saw not just a reflection of herself, but a doppelganger of herself. Like they call it the tethered, is what they're calling it. So it's like the shadow of yourself, but it's like a real life version of yourself, but different. This scared her. This made her quiet. It made her introverted to herself, because she knew it was real. She knew it wasn't just like a mirror of the thing, but it was an actual individual who looked just like her, but who was like creepy and shit like that. I'm waiting on the memes to come out. Like, there's so many gems in this movie, and I'll get to the gems later, after I dissect just like the basis so y'all can get it. The one thing that I loved about the movie was the main characters, the main family was highly melanated. You go into so many movies and it be like a black mom and a black dad, and then for some reason they have like mixed kids with somebody sleeping with the milkman and didn't know it, or like, I mean, what's going on? Like, everybody just had like beautiful, chocolatey, glowy, highly melanated skin, and it was not like your typical stereotypical you know, black when you see them. Like, you could tell they had like good jobs, they were successful, they spoke proper English, but they wasn't code switching. It was just who they were. And that is highly underrepresented in the black community. Like, I'm one of those people that, you know, at first glance, you may look at me and think that I'm going to talk like this, or I should do this and that. And that doesn't mean you're from the hood. I'm from the hood, but I do not speak that way. Like, I don't operate that way, and it's not like me like consciously trying to do it. It's just like who I am. I'm a nerd. I speak the way I speak. I, you know, look corny just like the guy was in the movie. Like, there's levels to black. Like, I want people to get like this sense of, okay, you black, you dark, this is how you gonna be. There's so many levels, so many different diversities of it and stuff like that, and we come in all ways, you know. And that doesn't make you less black than the next person. I love that they depicted that in the movie. So getting back to the main premise. So it's like 30 some odd years later, You know, she's grown. She got kids. She got a husband. Her husband is corny. He went to Howard. He black, but he, you know, like trying to be like Bill Cosby or something in the Huxtables. Not like Bill Cosby raping people. And it's adorable. It's like adorable. The little son, he trying to be, you know, he cussing and stuff. The little girl, he's getting on her nerves and stuff like that. It's just like family life, you know. Dad doing corny stuff, all of this. So they revisiting that. It seems like they go there every year. And she's nervous, like she just feels something in her bones is going down, and this may be the time. It's like the tether is getting closer to her. So then we get to it. Now, okay, when they was on the beach, I feel like if you're gonna put mayonnaise people in such a highly melanated position, you know, like the movie is highly melanated in its position, and then you throw in the mayonnaise friends, which is cool. Like I said, I have white friends, I have mayonnaise friends and everything, and they understand me and my position, and that's like real life. Like it's a lot of white people in, so you more than likely, especially if you get to a certain point in your life and in your career and all that, you're gonna have, you know, white friends and stuff like that. But I just wish they would have went more in depth of the friend. It was very kind of like surface level, and kind of like, you know, they may have worked in the office together, so now they just go to the beach together. But like, what's the backstory? And, you know, I wish they would have went more into that, because the little girls, the twins, they got on my nerves with they like kind of like whitewash Valley Girl type of thing, asking the black girl like why she didn't want to go into the ocean. But if y'all go here every year together, like, and y'all been friends, then you should know the black girl ain't getting in there to ruin her hair, especially if it's natural hair, and she just, you know, like, you should know these things. If you are white and you have black friends and y'all done been around each other, it's just certain things that you pick up on, and you know. So that just made they whole like relationship kind of like disingenuous to me, and I didn't like believe. I think it was just all like surface level and stuff like that, which is cool, I guess, because you didn't get like much of them, because the main characters was them. So now we get to her telling about her husband, about what happened to her and all that, and how she fears. And he, of course, he doesn't believe it. Like, who gonna believe that? Like, we all say we got doppelgangers in the world, but to have like someone who is actually like your double, and you see them and you just like fear them, it's just like, that's kind of like unrealistic, babe. Like, what are you talking about? But when they came, that shit was epic. Now, I'm not on the Academy. I don't hold no cards or nothing like that. But I just feel like Lupita needs to get at least a nomination for this, because those double roles was like everything. When she came out as Red in that very always voice that was like, oh, that hurt. And the tears and the way she described how they was tethered like a shadow, and everything that she did, she had to do. And when she had her C-section, that, you know, she had to perform her own C-section because they didn't have doctors and stuff down there. Like, it was just all so powerful in her acting abilities and stuff like that. It was just like how she said that, yeah, for him, he went to Howard, he's your Prince Charming, but in my world, this nigga just be grunting, and he is like horrible, and I ain't really want him, and I have to be with him because you with him in the real world. And it's kind of like a psychic link, kind of like what twins and stuff have, but it's like deeper than that, because it seems like everybody who's tethered underground, they are tethered from the folks that's upground. So it's kind of like a hierarchy of, we're up here, you're down here, but you're gonna do the basic same things that we do, and you just gonna have to be good with it. It was a lot of holes in the movie, a lot of shit that didn't make sense to me. in the movie. Not saying that it still wasn't a great movie. Sometimes you have to come in there with lower expectations of if it's realistic or not. Because like I love sci-fi and all that. I know a lot of this shit's not realistic, but I come into the theater with a fact that it's not realistic, or they, you know, at least make some fake shit up to make it seem more realistic in that universe. For me, you done clone all these millions of people. They living underground since 1986. Ain't the real estate development tried to like use tunnels for something else since then? Ain't nobody walked down there and saw what was going on. No documentary where the archaeologist is at. I'm just like, that was just real confused. And then they eating rabbits. I mean, are they cooking the rabbits or they eating them raw? They can't speak languages and stuff like that, or, you know, words or even English. But, you know, where did they order the red suits and the scissors? Amazon? It's the scissors made out of vibranium? It's a lot of open questions that was not answered in the film. And it just goes to show you that, you know, everything's not meant to make sense. Maybe it was just like an underlying thing that I wasn't getting. Maybe I'm not woke enough to get it. But, you know, spoiler alert, at the end, they find out that the Lupita that we know actually traded places with the tethered red. So the tethered red that we see all through the film is the actual individual that was supposed to be on the earth, and the Lupita that we know that we was rooting for was the clone. And I kind of figured that because I was like, she going savage as hell. If you look and you notice, Red never really killed nobody. She never really killed nobody. She was just trying to get at Lupita in the movie. But Lupita, she was going ham. She was killing the clone. She was just stabbing people over and over, having her husband stand back. And I like the dynamic between the husband and her as well, because, you know, it's a show on Facebook where they take couples, married couples, dating couples, and then they put them in scary situations and see if they're gonna like save the mate or if they're gonna run off by themselves. And that man was like, listen, I gotta go to work. This just vacation. Like, I can't be doing all this. My knee hurt. I'm already in my 30s. Like, he was he was not having. Lupita just took charge, and she was just killing everybody and telling him to stay in the car. And most people would say that was weak, but I mean, everybody had their strength. That man probably came from like just a good neighborhood, and, you know, and he wasn't used to that. She from Harlem. She used to fight and stuff like that. You know, everybody got their roles in the family. Don't put like stereotypical male things. I think I would have tried to at least step up a little bit more though, you know, but still, you can't put like stereotypical masculinity things and femininity things on characters and on people, you know, because I know some women that'll whoop your ass and I know some men that'll run away. So that was just an interesting dynamic to me. But like the whole basis of like the underlying thing, when it started getting more and more like, okay, I could see it when it was just with the melanated family, but then when they started, the white folks clone killed them and everything, and then it was like a worldwide thing. You're talking about millions of people. Now we barely can take care. We ain't got enough food stamps and stuff, and we got enough homeless real people out here. So you telling me they made clones of the homeless people to make them more homeless, eating rabbits? It just, to me, it was a lot of like open-ended, and then you just leave a whole clone organization down there, and what they just like instinctively just stay down there. Nobody wanted to come up to the world like with some program them. They couldn't even come up. Like, that don't make sense. This would have been breaking news if it happened in 1986. It would have been breaking news in at least 88 to at least 90. Come on now. But overall, the acting was good. Everything else was good. 1 out of 4 stars. I would give it a 2.8 if I could give it that, just because of the storyline. And I'm just like such a base dude, and I'm just like, I need things to make more relative sense if it's gonna be a relative movie, and it's not like a superhero movie or nothing like that. But it's a lot of good gems in there. The way Lupita was walking Oh my God, me and my friends, we still doing it to this day. And when she was like, get him in the eyes, and you're gonna do this. Like all of it's gems. It's gems in there. Just like how Get Out had a lot of it with like the running and stuff like that. He got some gems in there. So it's definitely worth going to see, you guys. Definitely worth going to see. But you guys let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if you caught any holes or anything that you feel like I missed. All right.